Hello everybody, my name is Dave, and today I am working on a 2000 Ford Ranger two-wheel drive, and today I am going to be replacing the rotor, the brake pads, and the inner and outer bearing. So let's go ahead and get started. If you don't have one, get one. It's a DeWalt 20-volt impact wrench, one of the best tools I ever purchased. I always like to take this wheel, even though I got my jack stands under it, I still throw it underneath the back end of it just for extra safety. And I do have the steering wheel loose up there where I can spin this wherever I need to spin it to. And there's just a water heater pan that I've been using for years. I use it for my brake jobs to catch all my rust and stuff so I don't get it all over my garage floor. It's a caliper bolt. It's a 13 on the caliper bolt. I always take a little bucket just to support the caliper so you don't put no pressure on your lines. What is that one? I think that's a 15 on my caliper bracket. When you get to these caliper bolts, it's good if you have a breaker bar because they're in there pretty tight. Or the caliper bracket, I meant to say. I said to get this caliper bracket off, it's a 15 millimeter. Go. Set that aside so don't get any dirt in it. Put that in a dust cap. Nut lock. And there we go. Yep, that's about right amount of torque. Don't take much to hold them on. Alright. It's good to reuse your bearings if you're just going to be changing the rotor. Slide out just a little bit. That'll get you, when you get your hand on the bearings, get your hand on the washer. You can set them aside, keep them nice and clean. Then you can go ahead and pull your rotor off. Here's a back. We'll be placing that bearing also on the new, putting the new rotor along with the new grease seal. I'm taking clean this up real good, get all the old grease off of it. Take a wire brush this, get that good and clean. Get it ready for the new bearing. Alright. Just run your fingers over it and see if you feel any kind of rough spot or anything like that. Well, it feels pretty good. If there's anything there, your fingers are going to pick it up real easy. That's all ready. All right, got that. They're ready. I will take and clean this up real good. Once I get the back bearing in, put it up on there, I'll take and clean this. I'll clean them with alcohol, just get all that packing grease and everything off of them. When you get your bearings, you won't need this part here. I believe it's called the race. I'm not really exactly sure what it's called, because this piece is going to go right in there. But what you got to do, get it all nice and good, is you got to pack your bearings. So just make sure your gloves are clean. Just take some, put it in there, and go at it. So I will be doing this for both bearings, so I'm sure that you don't actually need to watch me do all this. So I'll see you shortly when I get ready to put the bearing back in. All right, I am back, and I got the bearing packed. So you just want to make sure everything down in this area is clean. I maybe put a little bit of grease down in there, not a whole lot. You just take your bearing, just drop it in there. Good. Make sure she seats in there real good. Just take a little bit of grease, put it back on the top of it. Right. Good. You just want to take your seal, get it in. You'll have a low side that's going to go in. Just tap it around. That went in good. And always take a little bit more. Get it around in between the bearing and the seal. See, I just use rubbing alcohol. They make something for doing this, for cleaning brake rotors. I'm not sure what it is. It also is supposed to keep them from rusting, but the best way to keep them from rusting is drive your car. Guarantee they won't rust. Right. Got that good. I'll get the outside of it. See this? Got the spindle wall clean. Get that ready, get it up on there. All right, put it up on there. Try not to touch the side that you cleaned. Take your time, get it up in there. There we go. Outer bearing put in. Put a little bit of grease around it. Right. Get your washer in there. Rolling right along. All right. Threads are clean, those threads are clean. I'm gonna run this nut 23 foot-pound on. I'm gonna back it off a half a turn and I'm gonna take it back 40 inch-pound. Say I'm going to go 23 foot-pound, back half turn, then 40 inch-pound tight. Find my torque wrench. There's one. Alright, 23. When you're tightening it, you want to spin your wheel. That'll help that seal in the back There we go. Hear it click. All right. That's all we want right there. Now I'm going to bring it back a half turn. I like using something so I can watch what my half turn is going to be. You put a socket on, it's hard to see unless you mark it. Okay, there's my half turn. I know using these reducers and stuff throws off your torque a little bit, but I can deal with that a little bit, I think. That's it. That's my 40 inch-pound right there. Alrighty. Get my lock on. That's real close, and there we go. Perfect. You always want to inspect them cotter pins, make sure that they're not damaged. You never know how many times they've been bent. Alright. That part is done. Next thing you want to do, you want to take and clean this up. You don't always get brake pads that come with the new brackets on it, but the pad set I did, I got the gold pad set, whatever. They come with all new brackets for it, so I'm gonna get them put in. Clean all this stuff up. Good. That's good. They got little tabs on them right there. I don't know if you can see. I always take and bend them over. That keeps them from slipping back and forth. Another set I just took off, they weren't bent over, so I don't know. Somebody put them on. Alright, got that. Got these all nice and clean. These bolts, gotta get them clean. And they say it's best to use new bolts. If you're not going to use new bolts, make sure you use them Loctite, because you do not want these things to come out. Another thing about replacing the bearings, it's good to change them from time to time. You wouldn't want to be 600 miles from home and the bearings start to go out on you. So you want to, time to time, you just want to change the bearings. Because once they go, your ride's over. Alrighty. Guys, I'm going to fast forward a lot of this because it's all a bunch of just normal stuff I'm showing you here. No biggie deal. Go. Right. we are. She's all set. Run until she snaps. You good to go. Yep, I want to replace this bracket here. Down the side. Get that out of the way. Take the brush, clean it up a little bit. That in. Okay guys, I had to move the camera over this way so you can see what it's actually doing. But before you can put your new brakes onto your new caliper, you gotta compress your caliper cylinders so to fit over top the new brakes. I always take one of the older brakes. I'll take them and put it in. I have an actual caliper tool, and they come in real handy. You don't have to have this. You could use, I use the caliper tool. You can use something like this. That will work fine also. Just anything to move your pistons in. I used to use just a big pair of pliers. Just gotta take your time, but the caliper tool makes it nice and easy. But just take your time, go one side, and work it over to the other. And a lot of people, they'll take and open their brake reservoir. That's something that I can say I've never done, but I always do make sure that I check my fluid level when I'm completed. You just take your time, don't put a whole lot of force on it. You can see they all go in nice and easy. And there we go. We're all set. Now she's ready to get it put back up on here. It's going to fit the brakes up inside there. Won't have to fight it any. It should go pretty smooth. Okay. Then usually take just a tad of brake grease and put in these right here. Got that. And clean the rotor. Alright, got that good. Now these brakes do have the low brake pad warning on them. So when you do a brake job, make sure you don't put both of the brake warning pads on the same one. Alright, there we go. Excellent. Right. I even always put a little locker on these too. Right. And that's pretty much it. Hey guys, I am finished this project. Everything went real good. I'm going to inspect everything in here. We got the wheel off of it. Get my upper and lower ball joints greased because I actually had some fittings to grease. Got the dust cap back on. Just want to make sure that before you put your vehicle in gear that you pump your brakes, get your brakes pumped up, because I've done that before, got it put in gear, and guess what, I didn't have any brakes. So yeah, I learned my lesson on that one. So make sure you pump your brakes, get your brakes pumped back up, check your fluid, and other than that, you should be good to go. I hope you learned a little something from this project. Thanks for watching.